What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka Nino's Corner, man. First off, if you like this content that's coming your way, hit that subscribe button. It means a ton, helps me grow the channel a lot. Hit that bell, get all my notifications when I drop new videos here on YouTube. Also, folks, if you're listening to this on any streaming platform, whether it's Spotify, Stitcher, Breaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, like, comment, subscribe, share, 5-star review, 5-star comments, helps me out a lot. Love you guys for doing that. But you guys are here, folks, because it's beginning to look a lot like FLIPMAS. FLIPMAS is happening here in the month of November, folks. Texas just flips 4-star edge Colton Vasek, Austin Westlake guy who was committed to Oklahoma here earlier this week, flips to come to the good guys at the University of Texas today. And so we're going to talk about that today, folks. But first, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. First sponsor is BetUS.com. Folks, go to BetUS.com. Use the promo code NinosCorner. Get you 125% sign-up bonus using the promo code, again, NinosCorner at BetUS.com. Folks, that's free money. Just take advantage of it. Second sponsor, folks, is Manscaped.com. Go to Manscaped.com. Use the promo code NinosCorner. Get you 20% off and free worldwide shipping, again, using the promo code NinosCorner at manscaped.com. Folks, but you guys are here to talk about Colton Vasek. And what do we like about Colton Vasek? We love Colton Vasek. For one thing, he's legacy. His father went to Texas as well. They got season tickets here. He's able to come see a ton of the games. Colton Vasek is a guy that we have been coveting for a long time. We have wanted Colton Vasek for the longest. It's a big, tall, rangy kid, around 6'6", 225 pounds. But let me go ahead and share the screen, folks, and let's just talk about just who he is, what he is, and why we are so happy to have a guy like Colton Vasek here. So Colton Vasek, folks, like we said, he's a 6'5.5", 6'6", 225-pound edge from Austin Westlake. It's the on-3 consensus number 137 ranked player here in the country, the number 21 edge in the country, and the number 26 player in the state of Texas. Folks, Colton Vasek is that guy. He is the edge that we have been wanting here pretty much this whole offseason. We already got one really good edge in Darian Gillette, although he has a torn ACL, but he will be back in, in better, stronger than ever. But to pair him with a guy like Colton Vasek means the world. We're looking for that second edge here in this class, and we got him. We got him, Colton Vasek. And Colton has had a first row seat at all this. His unofficial visits with his season tickets here, coming here with Arch Manning as well on a couple visits, having guys that were actively recruiting him, guys like Roy Miller, Longhorn great. Other players that are here on campus have all wanted Colton Vasek here. Ethan Burke, who is currently a true freshman here on this team, who has played quite a bit this year. I think Colton got to see that firsthand and see how his homeboy was being used his first year here and being used effectively and efficiently here at Texas. They moved Ethan Burke all over the place. He played a little edge. He played inside some games. He even played a little bit of linebacker. So he's seeing how the Texas staff is actually developing one of his friends and seeing the maturation process of what this Texas staff is doing with the players that are here on campus. Last year long, if you told me that Texas is going to have a lot of draftable defensive players here in this team, you would have laughed at me. But you're looking at guys like Coburn. You're looking at Sweat. You're looking at Jalen Ford. You're looking at Overshawn. You're looking at Jameson. You're looking at Cook. That's 6 guys that are playing on this defense that have the opportunity to be drafted this year. I want you to think about that for a minute. If I'd have told you that last year, you would have laughed at me. But this year, there's at least 6 guys that are draftable. I didn't even think about Ojimo. Ojimo's a draftable guy too. Okay, guys? So we have that opportunity to have a lot of people off this defense drafted this year off of the development that Coach PK and his defensive staff, Terry Joseph, Jeff Choate, and team have done here at the University of Texas over 1 year, turning this defense around. If I'm not mistaken, they're the number 35th or the number 36 ranked scoring defense in the country, which is a lot better than what they were last year. Total defense last year, they were in 120th or 110th. I think this year they are actually up in the upper 50s, which is a drastic turnaround, folks, than what we've been used to over the past year. But Colton Vasek is seeing firsthand exactly the maturation process of this defense. He understands that he can get here and fit in this system very well. Texas has done wonders recruiting on the defensive side of the ball. And add a guy like Colton Vasek, just like the it's like the icing on the cake here, folks. We're seeing the kind of defense that Texas wants to build, starting from the inside out. You're getting guys like a Sadir Mitchell. You're getting your edges in a Darian Gillette and a Colton Vasek. You have your linebackers, a Samaje Burrell. You're getting your defensive backs, a Derek Williams. You're getting your Muhammad's as well, folks. We're getting some really good defensive players. Dylan Spencer, LaFau. We're getting guys Billy Walton. I like Billy Walton. I think he's an underrated guy that's going to play really well once he gets some snaps here on campus. But we're getting players that we think are going to fit the mold and be great fits once we move to the SEC. And Colton Vasek is another one of those guys that's going to do great things once we get to that conference. I'm going to play a little bit of videos of him, folks, just to the side so that you can see exactly the kind of player that Colton Vasek is and just the havoc that he actually causes, folks. He's a hell of a player, folks. Very instinctual player. You see that just a flip there, guys. Does this thing there, folks. He's just awesome, man. Hand in the dirt, guys, man. Very quick, very athletic, spin moves, swim moves, everything. A nonstop motor. He's one of those guys that everybody in the country wanted here. When it came time to actually recruit him, but he has a nonstop motor. He's a winner. He's at Austin Westlake. Anybody knows anything about Austin Westlake? That team is a winning team all the time. So to get a guy like him that understands what it takes to win and has that winning mentality, that's what you need when you're trying to build a championship team. You want to build a championship team with guys who love to win and who hate to lose. This guy hates to lose, man. This guy has to hate to lose because his team's been so successful. If he has any bit of the heart that we've seen from guys out of Austin Westlake, like your Sam Ellingers, like a Taft right now. Taft's a walk-on, but he's getting significant snaps right now because guess what? He's a baller. He doesn't want to lose. He understands the game. He's a very smart player, and he's starting to play a lot and have some very impactful snaps. And all the Westlake kids are starting to do that here when they come to Texas. You're looking at Ethan Burks. He had some very successful and some impactful snaps here this year as well. Colton Vasek, even though he is a guy that's going to have to probably put on some weight here once he gets to Texas, but he's already 225. You can see this kid filling out guys a good 245, 250, and be somebody who's going to be a monster in the next year or two. You line him up on the edge, you line him there across from him, you're having a Darian Gillette, or you're having this boy Ethan Burke or Jamon Tapp, and you got in the middle a Sadir Mitchell and a Bledsoe and a Christopher Ross. Oh my, you have yourself the makings of a really, really, really good defensive line that can compete across the board against any team in any conference once these guys mature and start to do great things when their bodies feel out. But folks, I love the pickup. You have to love the pickup from Colton Vasek. Getting him to flip to the University of Texas is awesome. It is amazing because he is a legacy, and it is at a position of need that Texas has been needing here for a while is to get edges, and we have been wanting edges for a while here. We shored up pretty good last year, getting the guys like Brown and Tapp and Finkley, just getting those guys here on campus last year, and now we add more talent. Just continue to stack that talent with the guys like Vasek and also guys like Darian Gillette as well. And now you're seeing the shapings of what PK wants here on defense. He's starting to get players that are going to be able to play positionless football. Colton Vasek is a guy that can probably move all over that line, with the exception of being in the interior, unless we do some NASCAR packages, But he's one of those guys that can play positionless football. You can put his hand in the dirt, let him go get the quarterback, but he's also athletic enough, rangy enough, and long enough to where if you need to drop him back a couple times a game just to make some plays and to confuse the defense, well, actually confuse the offense, he can do that as well too. Love the pickup, especially love the flip. From OU sucks. And way to go, Colton, for actually coming back home because we needed you. You know that we needed you. You always want to be a Longhorn. And guess what? We got you, baby. But on that note, folks, man, horns always up. Hook them. I'm going to end this video like I end all of them, folks. Do you. Don't be afraid to fail. I grow your environment. Understand your brilliance. Ninos Corner. I'm out. Hook them. Horns up all day long.